So I got all the ashes spread out this morning, kind of raked around and buried in the berm, and that's all the sand we hauled yesterday. It's already dried out enough where he could run over it with a dozer, so it dries out in 24 hours where you can get on it. So we're going to go and haul some more today, and like I say, this is the shooting range right here. I'm going to run a row down each side again, and that should start giving us our width. And then when it's all said and done, it'll probably be about this high on the sides. I just need a little bit more in here to get the width, and then we'll grade it out and make it work. So overnight, it looks like it come up, well, I can't even tell where I put the cinder block, but it was somewhere right there, so I'm going to say it come up about a foot. That's a lot of water overnight. But the bright side to this is, as you can tell, this was liquid as I dumped it out yesterday. And you can walk on it now. I mean, it's still wet right here, but nice and dry up here for the most part. Yep. I got ashes all over the machine. I want to splash some water on it. Let's lay some sand up here. It's starting to come together now. You can kind of see it. Starting to dump another row down that edge. That stuff up there is still too wet to be able to knock down and back the truck on, but this is all that slop we hauled yesterday, and it's just pretty much as good as you could ask for. I mean, it's still wet, but it's solid. So we'll finish, we'll run another row down here, and then that'll pretty much give me my width I need, and then we'll just start grading it out with the dozer and the excavator. But for right now, we're just trying to get the material down here and then deal with the rest. The sand dries out good. It's just the little path from the pond to here has turned to a little bit of a liquid slurry there, but it'll dry out. Just take some time. All right, so they wanted to put this big concrete tank box looking thing in the pond, so I think I've got a hole big enough. Let's see if I can get it without breaking it. I can spin it around, just scoop it up. That'll make a good fish habitat. There we go. And now we will go lay it in the pond. High speed. I dug a hole. The water's to the top of the thumb cylinder, so it should be plenty deep enough. Given all the sand hasn't slid back into the pond. It's very hard to dig a deep hole because it tries to cave in where you're sitting. Definitely a pond you won't be swimming in. Between all the stumps and concrete and everything. I feel like I need to bend that piece of metal down. Alright, it's not attached. I didn't want it sticking out of the water. Spot should be about right here. Bye bye, piece of concrete. Never see you again. I think I can get out one more load right here. Yep. muddy windows, you can't help it when you're loading pretty much water into the truck. So it's gotten pretty wet now, so I'm taking a couple scoops and building like a tailgate pretty much, and it works fairly good. Kind of put another scoop or two in there if you do it this way. It's just hard when the truck is the other way to see how to put it in there right. Drain pipe or something. Splattered. It's a little bit slow going, but not really. It's really not too bad, other than having to wait a day or two to grade it out. But usually overnight it drains out enough where we're dumping it to be able to do what I need to do the following morning to make room to dump for today. So it's a whole lot less work and cheaper than having to run a pump. Keep the pond pumped out, because you'd have to run it 24/7. Because if you cut it off, it will fill back up. And I'm not allowed to pump this muddy water into that creek over there. So that kind of rules that out anyways. So, the only thing you can do is dig it like this and grease the bucket twice a day. Because it'll start to squeal, squeal, squeal. That sand just gets in those bucket pans. When I dig, I try not to shove it all up in the main bucket bin. You kind of see, once you get to about right there, just kind of stop. And it really does help make the grease last a little bit longer versus, that's about all it needs. Versus, you know, scooping a huge scoop up and all of it just pours all over the bucket and everything. You lose half of it anyway, so it really ain't accomplishing a whole lot other than wearing the bucket pan out. All right, well, I got that cut done. Now I'm gonna start over here, start making this cut out here and around between loading the truck and throwing it up here on the berm for the dam. So I'm gonna start right here and start cutting this, and we'll get this pond curved back around. My machine's a little muddy. That damn loading that liquid slop. Brutal. It's gonna need a washing. So I think we made pretty good progress today. I've got started on the second big cut here. You can see the pond's growing pretty good. I got all that cut out up there. Well, this whole cut out, and then from about right there all the way back, got all that cut out. And now pretty much what I'll do is make 2 more cuts at an angle and kind of cut that through here and keep the pond on the lower side. You can see the ring I dropped the pond probably about a foot today, as much as we dug out, so that helped out some, and that's dried out nicely. So I'm working on top of that and also laying more out as I make the second pass. That's it for today. Look at this wet, sloppy mess. I mean, the good news is the base is solid, but like the top 6 to 8 inches is just pure liquid slop. I mean, I don't think you can get no wetter than that mess. But look at all the sand we got hauled today. I'm gonna go down here and dig a little ditch so that the water can flow out. It may be a little while before we come back down here, and I want it to be able to drain so we don't have this problem.